Directly, I will come to the poem. The name of the poem is Sower. Sower is nothing but a person who is putting a seed on the land. Okay, putting a seed, which means related to agriculture. Okay, so the poet, if I talk about the Victor Hugo, he is the poet. He is the poet, novelist, and dramatist of the 19th century. Okay, so Victor Hugo is a poet, is a novelist, is a dramatist of the 19th century, was the most important of the French romantic writer. So two things we have understood: he was a poet, he was a romantic poet, he was from France. Okay, and he is a dramatist also, which means he is writing for the drama. Okay, in the 19th century, though regarded in France, though regarded in France as one of the country's great poet. So he is basically the famous poet, and he is better known for novel as Notre Dame de Paris and Les Miserables. So he is also known for his uh, two impo- two famous novels. The name of the two famous novel is it is here. If you read, you can understand. The Les Miserables and Notre Dame de Paris, which was published in 1831 and 16. Right. So the second poet here it is given the Lata Dutt. Okay. So she is a Bengali poet. She is also known as Toru and wrote in English and French and was born in 4th March 1856 in Kolkata. And she is considered to be the first Indian poetess to write verse in English and French. So basically, she is a Bengali poet. She born in 4th March 1856 in Kolkata, and she is considered as the first woman poetess who is writing in English, free words in English and French. And she translated dozen of poems and completed a novel before her death at the age of 21. So she didn't live more than 21, but till her age, she has uh, she had dozens of poems she translated in the Bengali language, sorry, in English language from France. Her poem such as Sita, Lotus, or Conservatory are well loved. So these are the poem of her Turulata Datta was very famous. The Sower is a translation of Victor Hugo poem. What we are going to read now, it is the translation of Victor Hugo poem. Okay, and senses de Samalis Les Sower. It is translated by Torudat from French to English. The Sower is a poem about farmer. So here they are explaining. So this girl, Torulata Datta, she translated the Sower poem in English from French. So this poem is all about a farmer who is sowing seeds. Okay, there is a farmer who is sowing seed, and he has seen many bad harvests in his life. So in this poem, if we try and understand a farmer who is sowing seed, and he has seen so many bad situations in his life. However, he is so optimistic of having good harvest every time he tosses grain. So in short, here it is meaning we will try and understand in this poem. There is a farmer who is sowing seed, and he had seen lots of bad situations, and also he is sowing a seed and waiting for the grain. Okay. Now let's come to the poem. The Sower. The sower means a person who is sowing a seed. Okay, sitting in a porchway cool, Who is sitting? A poet is sitting on uh, a poet is sitting in a porch, which means a poet is sitting in uh, a, a porchway, a veranda, right? A balcony. Cool. Sunlight I see dying fast. I see a sunlight. Okay, dying fast. I see a sunlight which is dying fast. Twilight has turned on to rule. Okay, so twilight has turned on to rule. So here the poet is explaining. He is sitting on the veranda. The sunlight is going away, which means the evening is going away very fastly, and it is going to be dark. Working hours have well nigh passed. Well nigh. Almost but not completely or exactly just about. Almost but not completely or exactly just about. So working hours have passed. So here the poet is saying that working hour is already past because it's already dark in the village. Obviously in the dark the people will not going to be work. Shadows run across the land. Okay, shadows run across the land, but a sober ranger stills. So shadows which are run across the land, which is going, there are no shadows out there, but the person who is planting a seed is only there. There is no shadow, and he is only there in the field. Old in rags, he he patient stand. Okay, and he is wearing a very old clothes, and he is standing very patiently. Okay, looking on, I feel her thrill. Clear. I am looking on. I feel her thrill. Who is feeling thrill? By looking this thing, he is very curious to know about that person, right? Why that person is standing over there. The black and high. His salute. His salute. The black and high. The shape outline of the someone is a brighter background. So the black and very high. His his border is, we can see the shape and outline of that person dominates the furrow dip. So his shadow the dominates the furrow dips. Furrow, which means a line or channel where the people are sowing the seed. So it is actually saying that now to sow the task is set. So now to sow the task is set. So the author is saying that a person who is sowing the seed, it is, and he already sow a seed. Soon shall come a time to reap. So the author is the poet is saying the a very few period of time the grain will come. Marches he along the plain. So the person who had sowed the seed, and he marches along this field to throw and scatters wide. So how he is putting the seed to throw and scatters as wide, like this. He is he is putting the seed here and there in a widely. From his hand the precious grain. He is putting from his hand the seed. Okay. The muse, the rest in thought. I was actually just thinking. The muse I muse as the muse I as I see him stride the walk with a long step. I was completely in thought when I seen him what he is doing in the dark. Darkness deepen. The darkness already deepens. Fade the light. There is no light. The light was already. Now his gestures to mine eyes. Okay, now his gesture to mine eyes are are august. August means a dignified, impressive. Now his gestures to mine eyes are august and strange his height. Okay, he's august. He's he's now he's dignified, impressive, and his height. seemed to touch the starry sky. So the author is saying that I cannot able to see that person, but that person is very noble, dignified, and very impressive and very strange. His eyes seem, his eyes seems that his eyes are touching the sky, starry sky. So in short, the poem is all about how the poet is looking looking to the person, a farmer, what he is doing. Okay, Atoru